Good afternoon, and well, welcome to a Blind Prime Talks. I saw a few YouTubers have been doing the occasional talk about themselves videos so that their viewers know more about who's talking to them. And I figured, why not just jump on that train? So I'll make the occasional video talking about parts of me and who I am, and what I enjoy, what I love, what I dislike. Other than just doing the review stuff or teaching you how to transform. So today, I figured I'd talk about my favorite Transformers toy line ever made, and that being alternators. Now, alternators came out whenever I was 10th grade. I want to say 10th grade, maybe 11th. But I do remember getting the first two and absolutely loving them. And though the packaging was a constant change, it was constantly changing. Like, good grief, that packaging changed a lot. But today, so while I'm talking to you about my favorite toy line from Transformers, Binaltech Alternators, I'll just transform Windcharger here, which honestly I think is the best out of the entire line. So what I love most about the toy line was the fact that its vehicles were just top-notch, awesome vehicles. It was these interiors were just excellent. A little rubber steering wheel in there, and there's the freaking the little pull brake. It's a separate piece in there. There's the gear shift. It's just really nice. It sucks that there wasn't any leg room really, so you couldn't really get a 2-inch figure in here to sit down. But I mean, if you remove their legs, I guess you could have them chilling in the car. I actually saw this car once on a Robot Chicken episode. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, no, this guy, the vehicle modes for the alternators were top notch, and it really is sad that the MP line took precedent over the alternators line. Like, I don't even know if the MP line has rubber wheels, but alternators had rubber wheels, and I know some people don't like diecast, but I really did like diecast. And sadly, this isn't one of the diecast. This is an alternators, and you can tell this is alternators Windcharger by the fact that there's his gun here, which is his engine, actually had a really long barrel that went down the length of the underside to make a drive shaft, but that the barrel was too long for America. Apparently, there was some rules against that, so they just removed it instead of resculpting a shorter one. They removed it entirely and sold it like that, which is a shame. They could have probably gotten away with it had they sold it as an older person item or something like that. But nonetheless, you had a really nice engine that came out. And as a kid, I built a lot of Gunpla and model cars. So getting these alternators and having their really detailed engines was just a lot of fun. And sadly, like I said, this is not the complete weapon for Windcharger. Windcharger had a really long barreled weapon, and that's this is the American version, which just ends in nothing. Like they just took off that one piece and left everything else. It's wild. Today, in today's world, there would be some third party out there who had made some sort of upgrade kit for this guy, and that would have included the barrel that's missing. That's for sure. No, I love the fact that you could open up the hood and you could look at the engine. You could also come around here into the back and you could open up the trunk. Now, some of their trunks opened up more than others. This guy's trunk, because of the way the transformation worked, it opened pretty far. And there's not any space in there, but it was cool to have the trunk open and all the car doors open. You could set it on your shelf. If you were worried, as I was as a teen, of like, oh no, I'm bringing a girl over and I don't want her to see all my Transformers. What was that? That was a weird noise. No, so I would transform all of my alternators into their vehicle modes, and then it'd just be like, I collect model cars, haha. I'd be a Transformers fan in disguise. It was fun. It was a neat little thing you could do. But that's the case for these guys. They were just all sorts of fun. And this guy, I bring him up a lot because he honestly showcased the best the entire line had to offer when it came to transformations. He was the transformation, in my opinion. Like, this was the pinnacle of the line in transformation. It was just so much fun. And it was also kind of a difficult one, too, but it wasn't that bad, honestly speaking. There are some worse ones out there for the alternators line. That is for sure. That is for sure. But not this guy. This guy was just top-notch awesomeness. He was. Now my first alternators I got was Sideswipe. He was I think he was a Viper or something, but Sideswipe was really cool, and I enjoyed getting. Yeah, he was a lot of fun, but I didn't like the convertibles. No, this one's the exception. He's the only convertible I really enjoyed, and it's because he's one of the few that just didn't have a top of the car piece hanging out with him whenever he was whenever he was in his vehicle mode. Like, the hood of the car isn't more part of his chest. I disliked that look all the time. I never got the Optimus Prime, though. That one was sad. I wish I had. That one was a cool one. I saw it on the shelf multiple times, but I just never had the budget. And then I ended up buying the first MPO1 Optimus Prime, and I liked that one so much I just never looked back. I never tried for another Optimus. That one was my Optimus after that. And nowadays, I do wish I had taken the time to pick up the Transformers Alternator Optimus, though I really regret the fact that to help pay for some school books, I had to sell Hound and a few other Transformers that I had to help pay for all my books during college. Actually, I sold a lot of stuff to pay for things like books and Christmas presents for people during college, and Hound was one of those Transformers. Him and Swindle hit the chopping block, and nowadays, I wish I hadn't done that, because they were pretty cool Transformers. But, that is what it is. Now, let's see. Which way do I do this? Right. Okay, so you're supposed to... Okay, come on. Right. So, gotta make sure that steering wheel's out of the way. Cool. Part of my enjoyment of the alternators was the fact that their transformations were so freaking ridiculous sometimes. They just had some super ridiculous transformations when it came to difficulty, and that really spoke to me, especially like right now. I'm trying to remember exactly how to do this part. There it goes. Okay. Now, there's definitely spots in this transformation that are wild, but you have to do them in certain ways to get the right clearance, that's for sure. There we go. Get these guys down further. Come on, don't get hung up on stuff now. You're on camera. Don't act nonsensical. This guy is definitely my favorite because of just how the transformation worked. It was such a fun little transformation, and I know I'm not really verbally describing it. And don't worry, guys. I'm going to make a video verbally describing it. But this one was just talking about, like, I miss alternators. I really do miss the Alternator series. It was so much fun. And it sucks that the Masterpiece series took over for the Alternator series when the Masterpiece series is just not as good. It wasn't as good as the Alternators. Then again, I haven't gotten any Masterpiece since that original Optimus Prime. But that's kind of neither here nor there. There we go. There we go. Come on. There you are. Go all the way around and down. Excellent. Just get your arms into place. Now, as a person who was collecting Transformers back then, this Transformer had the most articulation that I had ever experienced until that point. I mean, Beast Machines had some decent articulation, but their transformations were lacking to grant them the articulation. Then again, that Black Arachnia was awesome. Making sure your head's in the right spot. Yep, there you go, Wind Charger. Give you your little gun. There's a way you could peg the gun in, but I did appreciate the fact that we get open and closing hands with this. That's always fun. And then the gun would just kind of straighten your arm out. There you go. Man, even these years later, these guys' joints are tight. All right, close that hand a bit. There we go. He doesn't hold it too well because of age, but that's the wind charger, and his feet are not as strong as they used to be, but there you go. It's a pretty fun figure. Anyway, kind of my reasons why I love the Alternators line is it had amazing transformation. The vehicle mode was awesome. The robot mode was really cool. The robot mode did its best, and it managed to bring out a lot of articulation at a time where we didn't have that much articulation in our Transformers figures, and it was really cool. And I miss the Binaltech Alternators line. I really do, and I hate that that we don't have that anymore, because this was truly a unique experience, and it's sad that this doesn't exist anymore. And that being said, if any of you, my viewers, have any of you old alternators or Binaltech you want to get rid of, throw them my way. I'll make videos about every single one of them. And if you want me to make a video about like how to transform alternators wind charger, I'm pretty sure his name was wind charger here, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you had an alternators that was your favorite, let me know. Like, other than this guy here, Hound was my favorite, and I think I would have enjoyed the Optimus Prime if I ever picked it up. But I walked past that figure multiple times because it was a hardcore Optimus has got to be a truck back then. And even though one of my favorite series of Optimus in it was a fire truck, that was later on looking back. I'm like, man, I wish I just picked up that truck version of Optimus Prime, the pickup truck, because I bet you that transformation would have been a lot of fun. Let me know. Anyone who had that truck, let me know what the transformation was like. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.